Bishop of Rumbek, South Sudan leaders must choose peace. In the wake of Cardinal Pietro Parolin's visit to South Sudan, Bishop Christian Carlasar of Rumbek says there can be no peace in the country if we are not able to change pace and restore dignity to the people. Dialogue, commitment, all, 3 words addressed to the people of South Sudan by Cardinal Pietro Parolin, just as the Pope had indicated during his apostolic visit last February. The Bishop of Rumbek, Christian Carlasar, after having accompanied Pope Francis on his trip to Juba, welcomed the Secretary of State on his recent visit to South Sudan, his 3rd trip to the African country. The 4-day journey took him to Juba and Malakal, and, finally, to Rumbek, the capital of the Lake State, where he celebrated Mass for peace and reconciliation before returning to Rome on 17th of August. South Sudan is a country where fear is deep-rooted, part of the trauma caused by so many years of conflict and so much violence. So, when one talks about dialogue in South Sudan, Carlasar explains in an interview with Vatican Radio, it signifies national dialogue, where all the parties can finally come together and be able to dialogue and talk in order to change all the negative narratives, such as those of injustice and violence, that are holding the country back. Today it is necessary to make room for solidarity and forgiveness, to be ready to turn the page, Bishop Carlasar insisted. Alongside dialogue are the words commitment, which is needed to move from words to deeds, and the collective participation of all, the 3rd word, because only all together can succeed. Cardinal Parolin's trip to South Sudan follows in the wake of the journey by Pope Francis, the prelate continued, because there is a profound harmony and there is a particular solicitude for the peripheries and the peoples who suffer situations of inequality. The Secretary of State's visit to Rumbek was a visit to the Christian and civil communities, with a strong representation also of the government authorities, who saw this visit as a sign of continued attention. The presence of Cardinal Parolin, Bishop Carlasar noted, showed how much Rumbek, how much South Sudan, is in the heart of the Universal Church, of the Church of Rome, of the Pope and of Cardinal Parolin. It was an encouragement to continue to walk together in communion with each other and with the whole Church, overcoming divisions and destructive dynamics, in order to arrive at reconciliation, which is part of the Church's mission, because we cannot evangelize if we are not first reconciled with ourselves, with the past, with history, in the communities, and then also reconciled with God.